Welcome back to NSB Custom Cars. On this episode, we're going to be taking care of the Crossmember on the 66 Satellite. Last episode, we had got the motor and transmission put together and stuck in, and we have to take care of the transmission mount. So let's get with it. Now that that motor's in, I had it sitting on the Crossmember with no mount, but so I took the Crossmember back out. We're going to put the mount on. We finally got us. This is a stock mount for this car. This car came with a 904 transmission. Not this particular transmission, but man, bolts are longer than I thought. Somewhere along the line, someone put a bigger washer that's supposed to be on it. Took a minute to find the washer for it. I'm gonna just snug that up. Something that's putting that on backwards. Right there. So as you can see, I'm that far off. So this motor or this transmission is that way, probably an inch forward. So something in this kit that I bought, as far as the mount's supposed to put all this back in the same spot. So somewhere we're an inch off. Man. So there's no moving the motor back. Everything's in the right spot. It's just evidently from that motor to the older motor, we're going to lose an inch somewhere. So the easiest thing is to cut this off right here and mount it all back up and then fill in the space and clean it up. You know, it's like on a B body or on a 4-speed. You don't. This is for the automatic. This piece right here is for the automatic. On a 4-speed, you would bolt into this hole here. So all this gets cut out. It slips right over it. But we'll do a little cutting. One corner got me. See, the reason I made those cuts downhill, I didn't want to destroy that plate. That plate comes over and down. I can clean that up and weld that, and then whatever I put in here now, lengthen this, I can weld to that plate. So now I can mount this when it cools down, put this on the mount, and then see what the difference is, and maybe have me a square block put in there, weld in. Hopefully it might be just a perfect 1 inch. So we're gonna put this Crossmember back in. which is a pretty tight squeeze on this thing. I'm gonna get my hammer probably. So you can line up them holes. That's where it's supposed to be. Ooh, sorry about that. Let's come over here on the side view of this. See if I can't get that lit up a little bit better here for you. So pretty much right there, that's the difference I gotta fill in. So this gets a tape measure. Yeah, about an inch and a, yeah, about an inch and a, right at an inch and a quarter. I was pretty close to an inch. Let me see what I can find that's gonna fill that. But I won't make y'all wait. So pretty much, I've got that big gap. I've got me two nice pieces of metal that I cut to make fit. I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna weld this all in kind of like that. So I'm gonna get it all spotted in there. So now I have it all tacked in. I'll remove it and get it over where I can final weld it up, and then it'll go right back in. So there, I got it all painted, welded back up. Moved out just enough what we need. So let's get it put underneath the car. That's what it is. Okay, so all this is just finger tight. I'm not putting everything in solid just yet. But there it is, self. It'll have 4 bolts in it holding that a little better. It wanted to tweak a little bit there without the 4 bolts. At least it's holding it for now. So it wasn't that hard. I'm sure there's different ways of doing that. I mean, you can make a whole new mount. I just modified the one we had. You know, you could make a whole new pod so it's all one unit instead of just putting pieces in like I did. But for what this car is, what's going to happen, or what's going to do with it, it should be fine. So that's going to be all for this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe.